Hello friends and dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you're all well and your studies are going on well. This video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for class 9 following the textbook of author RD Sharma, where I primarily discuss the key concepts and formulas for solving problems. In this video, I will solve problems to illustrate how these are word problems where we try to translate a real life statement into a linear equation in two variables. If you like this, if you find this video beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. Okay, so the first problem says, in an animal sanctuary there are birds and deers. Considering variable x as the number of birds and y as the number of deers, form linear equation to express the following statements. The statement 1 is total animals have 1000 eyes, and statement 2 is total animals have 1400 legs. Okay, so the variable x denotes the number of birds and variable y denotes the number of deers. Okay, so if okay, so we know, so how do we from the basic concepts we have to relate we have to form a linear equation in two variables that will express the statement that total animals have 1000 eyes. We know that each animal have a bird has two eyes, and also a deer has two eyes. Okay, so for one, number of eyes of total number of eyes of all the animals of total number of eyes of x. We know x is the number of birds, so x birds, and y deers will of course be number of eyes of x birds plus number of eyes of y deers, which will be equal to number of eyes of x birds. One bird has two eyes, so x birds will have 2x number of eyes, plus number of each deer has two eyes, so y deer will have 2y eyes. So the total number of eyes of x birds and y deers is 2x plus 2y, and it is given that the total animals have 1000 eyes. So this implies we must have 2x plus 2y is equal to 1000. So this is the linear equation that we have formed expressing the statement that total animals have 1000 eyes. Now if you can further simplify by the LHS can be factored as 2 into x plus y. 2 into x plus y is equal to 1000. Now whenever possible, always when you form a linear equation, whenever possible, always try to express it in a simplistic form, like if there is a common factor in both the LHS and RHS, always cancel them out. So I will now cancel the factor 2 from both the sides, or in other words, I will divide both LHS and RHS by 2, and I will have x plus y is equal to 500. So this is the linear equation in the variable section y that express the statement total animals have 1400 legs, total animals have 1000 eyes, where x is the number of birds and y is the number of deers. Okay, similarly, what will be the second, how do we form a linear equation in x and y that express the statement total total animals have 1400 legs. Now a bird has two eyes, so total legs will be equal to number of legs of x birds since there are x birds, x birds plus number of legs of y deers. Now what will be the number of legs of x birds? One bird has two eyes, one bird has two legs, so x birds will have 2x legs, but one deer has 4 legs, so y deers will have 4y legs. It is given, the statement is total animals have 1400 legs, so this implies we must have 2x plus 4y should be equal to 1400. Again I can factor out 2 from the LHS, that is 2 into x plus 2y is equal to 1400, and then I will divide both LHS and RHS by 2, and I will have the final equation, linear equation, as x plus 2y is equal to 700. So x plus 2y is equal to 700 is a linear equation in the variables x and y that expresses the statement total animals have 1400 legs, where x is the number of birds and y is the number of deers. Okay, so let's see the next problem. The present ages of Ravish and his daughter are x and y years respectively. Express the following statements as linear equations in x and y. The first statement says 7 years ago Ravish was 7 times as old as his daughter. The second statement says 3 years from now Ravish will be 3 times as old as his daughter. Okay, let's see how do we express the first statement in terms of x and y, where x is the variable denoting the present age of Ravish and y is the variable denoting the present age of his daughter. Okay, what does the first statement says? 7 years ago Ravish was 7 times as old as his daughter. Okay, so what, let's say this is the age of Ravish. It should be 7 years ago. Let's say this is the age of Ravish. We will figure it out what will be the age of Ravish 7 years ago, when we know that his present age is x years, and so it will be 7 times the age of his daughter 7 years ago. Okay, so this is the linear equation. The linear equation will be of this form. On the left hand side is the age of Ravish 7 years ago. On the right hand side it will be 7 times the age of his daughter 7 years ago. So what is the age of Ravish 7 years ago? Obviously it will be 7 minus x minus 7, as x is the present age of Ravish. Okay, so we have 7 multiplied by what will be the age of his daughter 7 years ago. When we know that the present age of his daughter is y years, it will be y minus 7. So if I simplify, expand both the LHS and RHS, I have x minus 7 is equal to 7y minus 49. Writing the equation in the standard form, I will have x minus 7y plus 42 is equal to 0. So this is the linear equation expressing the statement, linear equation in the variables x and y, where x is the variable x denotes the present age of Ravish and variable y denotes the present age of his daughter. This statement then expresses the fact that 7 years ago Ravish was 7 times as old as his daughter. Let's see the second statement. 3 years from now Ravish will be 3 times as old as his daughter. So let's say this is the age of Ravish 3 years from now, that is after 3 years. Okay, it will be equal to 3 times as old as his daughter. So let's say the box denotes the age of his daughter after 3 years. Clearly what will be on the LHS? 3 years from now, what will be the age of Ravish after 3 years? 3 years from now means after 3 years, it will be clearly x plus 3. And what will be the age of his daughter after 3 years? Clearly it will be y plus 3, where y is the present age of his daughter. This implies x plus 3 expanding the right hand side will be 3y plus 9. This implies expressing this linear equation in x and y in the standard form, it will be x x minus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the linear equation that expresses the statement where expresses the statement 3 years from now Ravish will be 3 times as old as his daughter, where the variable x denotes the present age of Ravish and the variable y denotes the present age of his daughter. Let's see the next problem. If you have any difficulty or any question in my solution in any steps, then please feel free to let me know in the comment section. I will definitely do my best to help you out. Question number 3 says a number is 27 more than the number obtained by reversing its digits. If the units digit and the tens digit are x and y respectively, write the linear equation representing the above statement. And the above statement is that a number is 27 more. The statement is that we have to express in a linear equation of two variables is a number is 27 more than the number obtained by reversing its digits. Okay. So the variables, what are the variables? You have to be very clear about what the variables denote, what quantity or what amount, what value the variables are representing. So x is the units digit and y is the tens digit. So the number is of the form y x. This is the units digit and this is the tens digit. So clearly the number in the expanded form will be 10y plus x, where x is the units digit and y is the tens digit. Okay. Now, so the number is initially before the number is actually 10y plus x. Now, when we are reversing its digits, the number becomes xy. That is, now y is the y is representing the units digit and x is representing the tens digit. So this number in the expanded form will be 10x plus y. So the number originally the number is 10x plus 10y plus x, and after reversing its digits the number is becoming 10x plus y, where x is actually denoting the units digit in the original number and y is denoting the tens digit in the original number. So a number is 27 more than the number obtained by reversing its digit. So clearly we must have, this is actually 10y plus x, 27 more. So 10y plus x plus 27. So the linear equation, so we can say that 10x plus y is equal to 10y plus x plus 27. So clearly we have formed a linear equation in x and y. Now expressing this linear equation in the standard form, I will have, so if I bring everything to the left hand side, I have 10x minus x minus 10y plus y minus 27 is equal to 0. This implies, simplifying, 9x minus 9y minus 27 is equal to 0. Now always whenever you have this kind of equation, always try to simplify the equation so that it cannot be always try to express in the simplest form. Always try to express a linear equation in x and y in the simplest form, meaning you cannot, there is no in the standard form there is no you cannot factor out, you cannot create any factor from the LHS. But clearly in this form I can see 9 is a factor of the LHS. So I can say the LHS is 9 into x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. I can divide both the sides by 9. I will have x minus y minus 3 equals to 0. So this is the linear equation in the two variables x and y, expressing the statement that a number is 27 more than the number obtained by reversing its digits, where the variable x denotes the units digit and the variable y denotes the tens digit. Okay, let's see the next problem. Question number 4. A lending a lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. Avinash paid rupees 27 for a book kept for 7 days. Okay. If fixed charges are rupees X, and per day charges are rupees Y, write the linear equation representing the above information. The above information means a lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days, and an additional charge for each day thereafter. That is, rupees Y is the charge of each extra day that a book is kept, and rupees X has a fixed charge for the first 3 days, and rupees X is the charge for the first 3 days. Okay. Avinash kept a book for 7 days and he was charged a total amount of 27. So basically, this is the statement that we have to express in the variables X and Y, that when Avinash kept a book for 7 days, he was charged rupees 27. This is the statement we have to express as a linear equation in two variables. Okay. So 7 days. Okay. Avinash paid rupees 27 for a book kept for 7 days. If fixed charges are rupees X and okay, so definitely so I can say that, so the total price, so what okay, so Avinash was charged rupees 27 for keeping a book for 7 days. Okay, so definitely let's try to calculate what will be the charge for keeping a book for 7 days. Now for the first 3 days, the charge will be fixed, which is rupees X. It is given that fixed charges are rupees X. That is, for the first 3 days, there is a fixed charge of rupees X. Okay, and there is only one book. Avinash kept the charge of 27 is for only one book for keeping for 7 days. Now, the book was kept for 7 days. So for how many extra days? The book was kept? It will be definitely 7 minus 3. This many days was the extra days that Avinash kept the book. And so what will be the charge of the charge for 7 minus 3 is 4. So 4 extra days. It will be this multiplied by rupees Y, because rupees Y is the charge per day, per extra day for keeping a book. And Avinash kept the book for extra 4 days, that is 7 minus 3. This so this should be equal to rupees 27. So if I simplify the LHS, I have rupees X plus 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 into rupees Y, I can say rupees 4Y is equal to rupees 27. Now I can ignore the unit of rupees from both the LHS and RHS, and I will get the linear equation in X and Y. X plus 4Y is equal to 27. This is fine. If you leave the linear equation in this form, this is fine. So this is the linear equation in the variables X and Y, expressing the statement that Avinash was charged rupees 27 for keeping a book for 7 days, where X is the charge, fixed charge for the first 3 days, and and rupees Y is the charge for extra 1 day. So this is the linear equation. If you want to express the linear equation in the standard form, it will be X plus 4Y minus 27 equal to 0. Let's see the last problem. water is flowing into a water tank at the rate of 20 centimeter cube per second. Okay. Uh, if the volume of water collected in x seconds is y centimeter cube, then write a linear equation and draw the graph of the equation. Now, in this kind of problem, definitely whenever you have to write the linear equation, basically you are expressing a given statement in the linear equation depending on based on the variables x and y. Okay, so in this problem, what does the variable x denote? It denotes the number of seconds. For number of seconds the water is flowing in a water tank. And what is y? The variable y denotes the amount, the volume of the water that is collected in the tank when water is flowing in the tank for x seconds. Okay. Now the information given is that water is flowing into a water tank at the rate of 20 centimeter cube per second. That is, it is given. We have to use the concept of unitary method. In 1 second, volume, we can say volume of water collected, obviously in the tank, water collected is equal to 20 centimeter cube. So then in x seconds, volume of water collected will be, using the concept of unitary method, I can say 20 multiplied by x, this much centimeter cube. Okay, which is equal to 20x centimeter cube. Now, then we can say it is given that if the volume of water collected in x seconds is y centimeter cube, then obviously we must have 20x centimeter cube should be equal to y centimeter cube. Okay. So we have already formed the linear equation in x and y. From this fact, from this equation, we can ignore the unit, that is centimeter cube, and I have 20x is equal to y, or normally it is written as y is equal to 20x. This is the linear equation in x and y that expresses the given information that water is flowing into a water tank at the rate of 20 centimeter cube per second, and that in x seconds volume of water collected is y centimeter cube. This is the statement or information, and which we have expressed using the linear equation y equals to 20x. Now clearly, what will be the graph of this equation y equals to 20x? Remember, I have already explained in one of my videos that any graph, any equation, if you have any equation of the form y equals to kx, where k is not equals to 0, k is a constant, a real number, not equals to 0. This is the way I express that k is a real number is k belongs to R. R is the capital R is a set of all real numbers. K belongs to this. If this is the symbol named epsilon, which means k belongs to R. This is a notation from the set theory, which means that k is a real number. So if any equation is of the form y equals to kx, then this is always, the graph of this equation will always be a line passing through the origin, and it will not have any intercept. It will not have any intercept either on the y-axis or x-axis. Definitely. So what will be how will the graph of this equation y equals to 20x look like? So these are the y and x coordinates. It will be something, the straight line will be something like this. This line will pass through the origin. This is the origin having coordinates 0, 0. Let's say this is the line or the graph of the equation y equals to 20x. Okay. Now, okay. So it is asking then, find the volume of water collected after 5 seconds. So we know this equation, x is the number of seconds and y is the volume of water collected in x seconds. So if you are now asked that find the volume of water collected after 5 seconds, essentially we have, from this equation we have to find the value of y when x is 5. So at x equals to 5, y is 20 multiplied by 5 is equal to 100. So this is this is the question query, that find the volume of water collected after 5 seconds. Now we are translating this query into a mathematical question, that what will be the value of y when x is 5, because this equation y equals to 20x is representing the information that in x number of seconds the volume of water collected in the tank will be y centimeter cube, where we will have y equals to 20x. So if we know value of x, we can find the value of y. So if we know x is representing the number of seconds, so if we know the number of seconds, we can easily find the volume of water being collected. So at x equals to 5, from the equation we are getting at x equals to 5, y equals to 20 into 5, which is 100. This means that in 5 seconds, 100 centimeter cube of water is collected. So that is all. These are the 5 questions. These are 5 illustrative word problems that deals with expressing a given practical situation using a linear equation in 2 variables. I will try to solve more problems so that you have a good clarity of how to solve this kind of problems and form the required linear equation in 2 variables x and y expressing some given practical statement. If this video was beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and once again please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. I am ending the video here. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.